Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Nick Gray from Phandroid, and today I'm doing a smartphone camera comparison between the all-new Honor V20 right here, which was just announced, and the Pixel 3, which I'm using to record right now. As I do in all of these smartphone camera comparisons, I'm recording everything with these two devices. So the audio and the video that you see is coming from either of these two. So make sure you keep an eye on the bottom left-hand corner to see which device is being used. So with that out of the way, let's jump in and take a look at some side-by-side photo comparisons from these two devices. For those who don't know the camera specs of these two devices, I'm going to be going over each of them for you. And as I'm doing that, I'll be recording the audio with that specific device. So we're recording right now with the Pixel 3 and going over its specs. This phone has a 12.2 megapixel camera on the back with an f1.8 28mm lens with optical and electronic image stabilization. It can record 4K video at 30 frames per second and slow motion video at 1080p at 30, 60, and 120 frames per second. The front-facing camera actually has two sensors, both 8 megapixels, with the first one featuring an f1.8 28mm lens and the second one having an f2.2 19mm lens, and it can record video at 1080p at 30 frames per second. Now switching over to the Honor View 20 to give you an idea of what the audio quality is from this device. The back of the phone features a 48 megapixel sensor with an f1.8 lens and a secondary sensor with a time of flight 3D stereo camera, which records how fast light travels to the sensor from the object itself. It can record 4K video at 30 frames per second, 1080p at 30 frames per second as well, or super slow motion at 960 frames per second. On the front, you get a 25 megapixel camera with an f2.0 27mm lens that can record 1080p video at 60 frames per second. There's a wild bunny. That's not a bunny. There's a wild bunny. That's not a bunny. Okay, let's see it.
Okay, ready, set, go. Whoa. I'm gonna spin upside down on this.
Okay, let's see it.
Okay, ready, set, go. Whoa.
Why not?
I just
What are you doing up there? Why not?
I just
What are you doing up there? smartphone camera comparison between the Honor View 20 and the Pixel 3. Now, Google's device did come out on top in this comparison, and that probably wasn't that hard since the price point of these two devices is dramatically different. The View 20 is probably more comparable to the OnePlus 6T, and we're going to be doing that smartphone camera comparison coming up in our next video. So make sure you subscribe to the channel for that. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and we hope to catch you in the next one.